Hey guys, NCS Fan 001 here, walking the road to my 428th Platinum Trophy. Today's game is Resident Evil 2 Remake, Remastered, whatever you want to call it. It's Resident Evil 2 on the PS4. It's Platinum number 428, another Resident Evil game going to be done here. This game is awesome. No doubt this is a very fun game to play. I loved nearly every minute of it. I'm not going to say every minute just because of the fourth survivor is kind of annoying, and because you do have to beat the game pretty much at least 6 times to get through it. So we're going to be getting our final trophy here for beating the game on hardcore as Claire. If it decides to load, there it goes. Yep, hardcore, 1 hour, 18 minutes, 36 seconds with 12 saves, S ranking. And our Platinum Trophy, Raccoon City native. So yeah, this was a relatively challenging Platinum when it first came out, not just because of Fourth Survivor, but because hardcore was definitely harder, and some of the other stuff was definitely harder. But it's gotten significantly easier due to a DLC being released. It costs $5 usually, and the DLC it unlocks all the in-game items, like all the in-game item unlocks, all the infinite weapons specifically, as well as the extra game modes. And the game modes aren't really a big deal. You'd get them probably through natural progression going for the Platinum. But, yeah, that is, the Platinum Trophy has been unlocked, so these first few trophies, everything through here, will be unlocked by completing both the A stories, so the Claire A, Leon A, and then one of the B stories, but you're going to have to finish both of the B stories anyway to get all the collectibles. And then you have a lot of miscellaneous trophies that are pretty much unmissable. Like, you're going to combine 2 items, you're going to increase your inventory, you're going to add in a custom part to a weapon, you're probably going to end up knifing something to death, you're going to end up counterattacking with a sub-weapon. A lot of this stuff is unmissable. I mean, you probably won't use the wooden boards on your later runs because there's no point on, like, speed runs and stuff, but when you're playing through your first time, you're certainly going to do that. Then you have to destroy 15 Mr. Raccoons. They're spread throughout multiple campaigns, so just like the other collectibles. You can open all the safes, though. There are 8 total, 2 portable, and 6 that are either safes or the letter spinning things. And there's 8 of them total, and you're going to need to do all of those for a trophy. And PowerPix has great guides for not only the trophies, but for the puzzles as well. This one's pretty much unmissable. This one, the best place to get it is during the section with the jail cells. This is a Leon-specific scenario, by the way, but when Leon has to get out of the jail cells, when they power on and you get the key card, that's a good place to get this one because there's a whole bunch of zombies. This one might come naturally, but it's easier and safer on a dog. This one you just have to hit a licker with a flash grenade. This one will probably come naturally when you fight Tyrant, aka Mr. X. Then you get to a boss-specific trophy. This can happen in either character scenario, but you have to use the crane only once, but it's very easy as long as you're using the infinite rocket launcher, so you'd probably get this naturally by the end of all of your playthroughs, because like I said, you're probably going to be playing through the game 6 times. This was actually the last miscellaneous trophy I got because it refers to a very specific roll of film, not just 2 other rolls of films that you can just find throughout the game. You have to use a very specific one from the sewer section, so I didn't get it until a little bit later. Inventory slots to max, you need to get 6 of the fanny pack things. These are both character specific in the Ada section for Leon's campaign and the Sherry section for Claire's campaign. This one's pretty easy, especially on assisted. This one is not so easy because it's a puzzle and you don't have a whole lot of time. Then you have 2 timed trophies for beating the final bosses of each campaign. These are both very easy. You're going to get both of these done if you have the infinite rocket launcher. You might not even need the infinite rocket launcher for them, but it definitely makes them easier. The collectibles, there's something like around 58 collectibles, or 58 files, I mean, plus the 15 raccoons and the 8 safes. So then you have to get an S ranking on standard or hardcore for each character, and you also have to complete each story on hardcore. You have to beat the game without using a recovery item, you have to beat the game without opening the item box, you have to beat the game taking 14,000 steps or fewer. I'd recommend for a lot of these, do your first playthrough on assisted as Leon and get everything out of the way then, or as much of it as you can out of the way. Then on your second playthrough, you play as Claire A, and you get on her playthrough, you want to get the S ranking for standard mode, or in theory, you could do that on hardcore if you really wanted. You could combine the playthroughs if you wanted, but she's still got some collectibles you have to find. Then you do Leon's B scenario, which that's gonna be an S ranking on standard, or theoretically you could do it on hardcore, because by that point there's not really many collectibles left to find. Then you want to do Claire's B scenario to get the last few collectibles, as well as get either Frugalist or Minimalist and the small carbon footprint if you don't have it already. You might already have it. And then you're going to want to do one last playthrough as either character doing the Frugalist or Minimalist that you did not earn previously. You can theoretically combine them, but I didn't really feel confident in doing that. It would only add, like, you know, an extra couple hours to gameplay, so it was fine. And then you're going to want to do your remaining hardcore playthroughs. So I did 7 total playthroughs of the game. You can do it in fewer, though, for sure, if you're more confident in your abilities than I am. And finally, you have the 4th Survivor game mode. This is notoriously the hardest trophy in the game, especially now with the items DLC, because this one, you don't get the extra items for this. You basically have to complete this little challenge mode, and it's pretty tough, but it's at least short. Like, it takes less than 15 minutes, thankfully. So it doesn't take too long, it just takes a little bit of practice to get used to. So I'd put the Platinum at around like a 3.5 out of 10 if you have the Rewards DLC, purely because of this trophy. If it wasn't for this one, then it would be like a 2.5 to 3 out of 10. So, and I also got this. You're going to want to get this trophy along the way. It's an additional collectible that's found in Kendo's gun shop during Leon's scenario, so it's very easy to find, just know that it's there. I haven't done Ghost Survivors yet. I'm going to get started on that soon. The Raccoons one is easy. It's this one that I'm worried about, completing the hardest scenario on the hardest difficulty. Not looking forward to that one, but I'll get through it eventually, so let's sync up. Level 72, 63%, 18,048 total trophies, 428 platinums, 2,425 golds, 4,743 silvers, 10,452 bronzes. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you for the next one.